Back here with us on Overdrive, Hyundai's compact sedan, the Aura, has been given an update. It now gets a contemporary front grille and it also gets new features inside the cabin and also safety equipment to make it a more compelling buy. Tuhin will find out whether it really makes a big difference.
Now, compact sedans may not be all the rage that they were a few years ago, but if you want affordable, practical family motoring, there's still a solid option considering the premium that you need to pay to get an SUV in your parking. So here we have the new Hyundai Aura. It's got a midlife update, and today we'll tell you everything that's changed about it. Now we brought along an older Hyundai Aura to show you exactly what the new changes are to the newer compact sedan. And of course, you can't miss this new grille, which is the most prominent change. And it's got this much more contemporary two-part design with these horizontal design elements and these honeycomb effect patterns in it. So it's a much more contemporary look. That's the same with this new 2D Hyundai badge. And of course, the headlamp cluster remains the same, but you get these new L-shaped or inverted L-shaped DRLs. And they do generally lift the look of the new Aura. Although a sad thing is that you don't get fog lamps anymore. The facelifted Aura remains the same aside from this. So like before, there is some finesse to the glass house, although the fairly large 402-litre boot could have been integrated better. The distinct factory-fitted spoiler remains, as do those large tail lamps. As with the front, you now get the crisper 2D badging here too. Now, as it was with the outside, even on the inside, the changes to the new Hyundai Aura aren't all that extensive, but there are some notable additions. The biggest of which is this new instrument cluster. It's a far more modern looking one with crisp analog dials and a clear MID which shows you pretty much all the information you need. And it's a far cry from that digital readout that you had from earlier. Among other changes, you now get a Type-C USB port and you also get footwell lighting. There's been more thought given to safety as well. You get auto headlamps, ESC and hill start assist. Carried over are 4 airbags as standard, and TPMS and ISOFIX seat mounts on top trims. So this adds to the Hyundai Aura's already long list of features. So you have this nice 7-inch screen, climate control, a wireless charger, height adjustable seating, as well as push button start. So all in all, if you want a feature-packed compact sedan, the Hyundai Aura does have you covered. The cabin itself remains unchanged. So it's a premium feeling space for this segment with the bronzed honeycomb highlights. A design that is still simple but contemporary with the above par sense of finish that you get from Hyundai's. Some bits like the indicator stocks could have been updated and there could have been more storage in the central tunnel, although the dash shelf makes up for it to an extent. Now look at the rear seat of the Hyundai Aura and you notice that it's a fairly usable space, especially if you're a small family of 4 or maybe even 5. To start with, this bench is wide. It's a bit flat, which means that say around turns you will get rolled around a bit. But that also means that 3 people can sit fairly comfortably, especially if the middle one is a child. This central tunnel is also not very high, which is a good thing. And there's also good under-thigh support, so you won't be too uncomfortable. If you're a medium height, there's good knee room. It tightens a bit if you're a taller. But you also have leg space, so you can stretch out in any case and you won't be that uncomfortable. It's the same with the headroom. It's good, although if you are tall, you might just scrape the top of the roof. But that being said, for what it is, this is a really good space. Now some of the other things that you find here is a center armrest. It's useful, you can park your arms like this. But you only get one charging port. It's just a 12-volt outlet, no charger as such. So which means that between the people sitting behind, you will be fighting for who gets to charge their phone and so on. The Hyundai Aura can now be had with a single 1.2-litre naturally aspirated petrol. The turbo and the diesel have now been discontinued, so the outputs are adequate for what will essentially be a city commuter. And in that sense, the Aura's motor does the job. So you notice that at low revs, say below 2000 RPM, it's fairly tractable. So you can say take a speed breaker in second gear. You don't need to shuffle between gears all that much in traffic. So in that sense, it's an easy car to get used to. And paired with that, the clutch is not very heavy. It's quite light and progressive. The gear shifts are precise and slick, fairly slick, so which means that driving the Aura is not very difficult. Having said that, as you keep going further up the rev range, you do notice a slight dip in performance, say when you're in between 3 and 5000 RPM. So if you want to make a quick overtake that will take some planning. It is anyway not a fast car, but yeah, overtakes will need a touch more planning than they would have otherwise needed. But other than that, it's as fast as you need a family car to be there. Now coming to the ride and handling of the Hyundai Aura, the steering is light, so it's not very difficult to use, but we would have liked it to have been a bit more precise. And you do notice that it doesn't recenter all that well. So when you're taking a U-turn, you will notice that you might have to put a bit more effort at turning the steering back to center. And that can get slightly unnerving at times, but I'm sure you can get used to it. And as for the way it goes over bumps, again, it's fine at lower speeds over mildly rough, uneven surfaces like we are driving on right now. But show it a big bump and it does thud through to an extent, but never to be jarring or too uncomfortable. But you do notice that at highway speeds, it does move around a little bit over undulations and so on. So that can take some getting used. But other than that, like with the engine, the Hyundai Aura is a car you can get used to driving very easily, very quickly. Priced between Rs 6.29 lakh and Rs 8.72 lakh, the Hyundai Aura is one of the more affordable compact sedans around. It could have done with a bigger change overall on the outside at least, and more mature driving dynamics. But as a family runabout, there's not much missing. A long features list, pleasant cabin and good space being the top positives.
Tata Motors have inaugurated their very first vehicle scrappage facility